The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Just so they don't get drowned, mostly, or possibly blown away, but it's mostly the rain.
And your experience as a master gardener and everything, this storm, with everything they've indicated, that it could have sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts higher than that.
Right.
But 2 to 6 inches of rain. And the ground is already saturated. Is that what's the most concerning to you, is how saturated the ground is?
Probably, just because trees just can't handle that. I mean, it's this time of year, we have that issue. We get the excessive rain, so we've had...
And it's been a wet June.
It has been a very wet June. I was so glad yesterday we had kind of the calm before the storm. The sun came out, helped to dry some things out, but it's just so wet that... Like I think I heard you say earlier that just some wind, and guess what, we might be losing some trees. So even though it doesn't look like we're going to get the brunt of it, though I did see a little.
We're on the dirty side, they say.
We are on the dirty side, but the storm is kind of sprawled out pretty good ways. But you turned me on to Mike's weather page, and he actually had a little thing just a little while ago. It's like it's bumped a little east.
Yeah.
So
Mike's really good.
It's possible that it could come in a little further south than they're predicting.
It reminds me of Charlie.
Yes, yeah. And oh my God, that
Charlie was a tropical storm when it came over Cuba. When it came over Cuba, as it came over the mountains of Cuba, it busted down to a tropical storm because Cuba ripped it apart.
Yeah.
It got out in the warm Caribbean and asked the people of Punta Gorda in Charlotte County whether it was a little storm or not.
Right. And all of those storms, but it's the saturated ground, and you'll find that there are certain trees, and I would have to look up the list, that are just not real strong in a hurricane.
Water oak
is just not a strong tree. But there are trees that you could do some research if you're looking to landscape the yard that are much more resistant to hurricane and things like that. But if you've got some newly planted trees that maybe aren't staked, you might consider staking them here for the hurricane season. Just because you want them to get a good root system, you don't want them getting blown out of the ground.
My citrus trees, we took the stakes off about 2 months ago.
But
they've been in the ground right a year.
So they should be okay.
And they're only like 3 foot tall.
So the good chance, they're not gonna catch something and get whipped.
And they're close enough to the house where the house blocks a lot of the wind.
Protection, right. It's those ones that you have that might be 6, 7, 8 feet that can just be like a little whip when the wind gets blowing.
Smaller oak trees, smaller pine trees.
Right. Some of the small maple, maybe some just some of the tall, skinny trees that start out skinny. Even if they have been in the ground about a year, they may not be quite as well, especially, again, that whipping action. If they've got more canopy than they have trunk, it might want a little protection. And it might be one of those things that go, I'll put it in now, take them out of there in September, and then come next year, that tree should have some caliper to that trunk, because sometimes folks will get some of these, I call them decorative trees. They're not really trees. They're rose trees. They're hibiscus trees. They've been standard.
They're glorified bushes, though. Really.
Right. They're a bush that's been taken to a single trunk, and it has a top on it. It's a pom-pom. It's, it's got a little stick. It's a lollipop. Come up with another one that's a skinny stick with a big top on it. And those can be whipped back and forth and just snap. Once they snap, what do you have? You have a stick.
That's all you got.
You have a stick that's going to start over.
Will those come back, though?
They will, but they'll come back generally as a bush.
Okay.
Or, you'd have to do some serious encouraging to get that top to come, depending on at what point did it break on that trunk. But just a little something to think about. If you have hanging baskets, bring them. If you don't have a place to bring them in, bring them into the carport, the garage. Bring them in the house if you can. Put them underneath a deck.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, but because you don't want your hanging basket swinging off.
Through the windows.
Through the windows and that bird feeders.
Yeah, but Carol Ann, like I leave my bird feeders and my wind chimes, my hanging plants out, and afternoon thunderstorms come through, and sometimes they have 50, 60 mile an hour wind gusts.
Yeah, but they're short-lived. It's a short-lived.
Just tell you what somebody's thinking right now.
I know. And I've seen it, and sometimes they are secure. Actually, it was either, let's see, that was Charlie. It was the year of Charlie
Francis, Jean, and Irene.
Yes. And yes, I left my house every other weekend to go hang out at a friend's house just because how many trees we had on our lawn.
And Francis, Jean, and Irene. Charlie came first.
Yeah.
Then Francis, Jean, and Irene came. Bam, bam, bam.
Every other weekend for the month of September.
Francis, Jean, and Irene. Bam, bam, bam.
Cut our way into our house.
And was it Jean that went out in the Atlantic and didn't like the Atlantic, so come back across? I like to golf better and come back across.
Come back for another visit. And they happen. That happens.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, we're a narrow state, and so it's
We're a peninsula.
Right. That's it.
We're basically an island that's connected to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we're a whole other country.
And by the way, if the morons who started the cross-state canal had been successful, it would have been from here down south. Would have been an island.
Yes. Yeah. Look through. That's where the Cross Florida Greenway.
Right. Yeah.
Is, and if you anybody new to the area, if you're driving north or south on 441, right behind the sheriff's substation is that wooded teardrop piece of land, and in there you can see the bridge pylon.
Right.
For
where they were coming.
Going to come through and
they were coming right through Santos.
Yep.
They were coming right through Santos. And then somebody realized
I might have had waterfront property.
They were about 5 or 6 years, I think, into the project. Somebody goes, think we might be damaging the aquifer doing this? And then some scientists got together and said,
so it's environmental. I just figured it was just found out it was cost prohibitive.
No. Believe me, they wanted a boat route from Tampa to Jacksonville.
Right.
Two big ports at the time. Miami's a big port, but Jacksonville, Tampa.
Right. All the way around the bottom of the state.
Yep.
Right. But that's,
kind of like 301 does. They wanted the canal to do like 301.
Yeah. Just
Tampa to Jacksonville.
There you go. But, this is a good day. Right now, yesterday had great weather. So if you needed to mow, to prune, to take care of stuff, yesterday was a good day. Right now it's okay. Go ahead.
And it's drying, as we see, with no rain. With the humidity on the heat, it's still drying a little bit.
It is. So the grass I walked through walking in was, they need to mow out there.
Don't we start on that.
But it was wet here at 8:30 this morning, so was one of those kind of things. But get out there, clean that stuff up. It can be tedious. Like I said, I've got some plants to move in today. I moved a couple of them in. It's like, okay, I need the really tall stool for that one hanging basket because it hangs way down. So it's like, okay, that one's tucked in.
And your resin furniture, your lightweight resin furniture.
Bring it into the garage.
Because it will blow, even in 30-mile-an-hour wind, that resin furniture can move.
It across the yard. Right. Why have to make it an extra thing? Swimming pool. Drop it in the swimming pool.
Yeah, I'm not bringing my chairs in off the front porch, but they're cast iron. And they weigh like 60, 70 pounds apiece. So.
And because, they're not calling for hurricane force winds to come through Marion County. Tropical storm force or some upper winds, yes, we're going to get some, maybe not
tornadoes we got to worry about.
Possibility of furnace, which your cast iron would not sit there.
No, but neither would the roof, neither would my truck.
At that point, we're not real worried about it. But yeah, just make sure that you've got things, taken care of, squared away. Why have to go clean up the yard worse tomorrow? That other than just what's going to come out of the trees that you can't do any.
Let's just hope that the worst that happens is we have to pick up some branches that we're going to come out of the trees and there's nothing you can do about it anyway.
Right. Now, see, I live in a neighborhood that has quite a few trees, so I'm actually making sure that I'm prepared that if the power goes out, have a tree down across the road.
Which is very likely to happen.
Very likely to happen, and I'm not on a big section of grids, so sometimes you're one of the last.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, at times when you've made your report into your local power company and they send you the text back going, oh, yeah, power outage reported in your area. There's 47 places that's disturbed. You're going, yeah, this is going to take a little while.
And where I live is out in the rural, I live literally a dairy farm, a cow farm, beef farm, whatever it is, dairy, beef, I don't know. It butts up to my property.
Right. And
we're not on the list real high. We're not up there by the hospital. You turn back on.
You're not downtown Ocala. You're not by the hospital, medical centers, the stores, the shopping centers, which most all of those all have generators.
Right. By the way, we are here at the airport, and because it's the airport, it's the international airport, it'll get turned back on if it goes out very quick.
Right.
And WOCA will be on the air broadcasting through the storm tomorrow, giving you updates.
Right, without a problem. And that's it. So, if you know that you're in an area, or maybe you've got some neighbors that are new to Florida, new to Central Florida, and you know that your power goes out at, the blink of an eye, just let them know. Hey, fill that cooler up. Get fill a couple of water jugs, just in case you're out for a little bit. You've got water. Make sure, have batteries for the radio.
Gotta have batteries.
Gotta have batteries for the radio. You got an extra charger block for your phone, for your devices and things like that. Make sure it's charged.
Yeah, especially the little handheld chargers. Make sure they're charged.
I think I'll get that plugged in this afternoon.
Although you do have your car.
You have your car.
But if you go to your car to charge it,
at $3 a gallon for gas.
But if you go to your car to charge it, make sure your garage door's open if your car's inside.
Right. Pull out into the driveway. If you're running a generator, please get it away from your home. The garage is not ventilated. Don't put it outside, the kitchen window, because it's the furthest away from the living room where you're watching TV. Because you don't want those fumes coming in. That's the most tragic, preventable death that's out there.
Is flooding of flower areas and garden areas, is that going to be something that, because of how saturated it is and with another at 2 to 6 inches, you could see some annuals and stuff that don't make it?
Oh, sure. Especially if it goes underwater and stays there. And if your ground is saturated, or if it holds water, or if it's down in those lower areas, you're going to probably see a little bit of damage on that. But luckily, they're just annuals. You can.
Ground will be soft, you can replace it.
Ground will be soft, you can replace them easy. I'd probably wait till it dried out a little bit. But, those kind of things. Actually, yesterday I went ahead and planted a couple of pineapples that I had sitting in pots, going, you know what, I cleaned out this one bed because it's a raised bed, and I'm going to stick you guys in there because you're going to get rain, you're going to get everything you need.
And pineapple needs rain. They like water.
I had one that was actually, okay, here's sometimes my gardening method. Everybody thinks I'm so, no, it's...
You're a master gardener.
I cut the top off of a pineapple that I ate, and at the time, and we're talking 6 months ago, I don't think I had a bag of dirt.
Right.
So I stuck it in a flower pot that had holes, and stuck that in a saucer full of water.
Right.
It's been living like that for 6 months.
With no problem.
With no problem. It gets rainwater, and it's nice and green. It's now in the dirt. So
you're going to have pineapples, you hope.
I got a little one on one plant right now. So hopefully it'll stay there through the storm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I was asked to ask you this question because we have dogs.
Right.
And they are experiencing
Stress.
soft stools.
Ooh.
And they're out in the backyard a lot.
Right.
And they eat grass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's a big upcrop just happened of mushrooms all in the backyard.
Ah.
And my significant other said, ask Caroline Baldwin. She doesn't know whether it's possible or not.
Right.
But could the dogs be eating those mushrooms and ingesting
And
them?
causing that.
And, I mean, do they eat those mushrooms, or are they smart enough to know those kind of mushrooms are deadly or something like that?
Well, most of them aren't deadly.
Oh, they're
actually.
not really?
Some of them can be quite tasty.
Oh.
But you have to know. I think on the bad ones, usually they are colored in such a way that they're.
Yeah, these are just the white flood.
The white
big.
one, actually, when they start out, when those first pop out of the ground, is the puffball. Yeah,
Right,
that says
exactly,
Puffball
yeah.
mushroom. Puffball mushroom is tasty when it first pops out of the ground.
Oh, you can eat puffball mushrooms. I had no idea.
Yeah, but once they start to change, then they're not. Yeah, then they're not good.
I mean, I know. That you got mushrooms that you just the ones you get at the grocery store. You got what's the big ones?
The shiitake,
Portobello, shiitake. Then you got regular mushrooms.
Little button mushrooms.
And then I know about the mushrooms that have the little purple ring around. I know about those too, but that's my dogs ain't eating. It wouldn't be good for the dogs to eat those either.
No.
Although if you eat those with peanut butter, they taste a lot better. But anyway, that's a whole different story.
But no, I mean, when people are finding the mushrooms out in the yard, usually I don't think the pets are usually eating them, but just to be on the safe side, you can go out there and just gather them up.
And it's because of the rain.
It is because of the rain, and if you're getting them like in a line, if you look at it,
It looks like it was a row crop.
Or a line or a circle or something like that. That has a name. It's fairy ring.
What is
It has
that?
a cute name.
Oh, really?
Fairy ring. Yeah, it's that there's organic material under the soil. There's nothing you're going to put on your lawn to stop them.
Okay.
Nothing you can do. They're going to pop up. Best way to help to try to lessen them is to pick them up as soon as you see them.
Right.
So the kind of thing you go, it's not like, oh, I can wait till I get home from work at 3 because they might have already opened and spored.
Right.
So you go ahead and clean them up.
And these are growing in the dirt, non-grass dirt area out underneath the water oaks.
Okay, and because under the water oaks, there's rotting roots, there's organic material. They'll come up in grassy areas, but sometimes they're up in grassy areas, and you can see a difference in the color of the grass, or that section of grass always seems dry. It's one of those. It's a weird phenomenon. Just keep picking up the mushrooms, and you might be able to get them to at least stop sporing. You might find it for a couple of years you don't have them, then boom, they come back.
But the lawnmower guy runs them over now, he spreads them.
Yeah, and they break down real quick. It's okay. They leave it, not like they leave the thing. There are some mushrooms you might find popping up because it's hot and humid, fungi time of year. There's some that are have a very horrible odor, which you know that the animals are.
Oh yeah, they're not going to
They're
get
called the stinkhorn.
Yeah, they're not going to get anywhere near those.
They're not going to eat those. Yeah, hold your nose, hold your breath. Hey, good use for one of those masks. Put it around. Maybe it'll help with smell. Get you your plastic bag. Go clean those up. Tie them up. Don't bring them in the house.
No.
Garbage. But again, it's nothing bad in the soil. It's just the fruiting body of a fungus. That's all.
Good morning, your old Master Gardener, Caroline Baldwin.
Yeah, good morning. My grandmothers used to test the mushrooms by putting silver coins and garlic in some water with the mushrooms and bringing them to a rolling boil, and if the water turned green, the mushrooms was no good.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know if there was any validity to it, but nobody in the family died.
No. Yeah, I think eating any of them that I found in the wild, I would want somebody who really knew how to identify them or have taken a course to identify myself. But that's
Now, my grandmother would only pick one kind of mushroom. She would go when she was visiting us. Yeah, she not that one.
Right.
Yeah.
And I I do know.
Thanks for the call, Jim.
Yeah, that there are some mushrooms that are very easily
Identifiable.
and they grow in certain parts of the country very prolifically. And that's great, especially once you know that mushroom, you know that mushroom, and
Right.
and that's good. But we can actually grow, and it's funny because some people say they're so hard to grow here, but I don't know why. But you can do like the shiitakes and things like that.
I would think with this air, with this moisture and the humidity and all, mushrooms would grow great here, no matter whether they're portobello or whatever.
Right, and that you can buy what they call pre-spored logs, and they're usually like a white oak log, and they bore holes in them, and they put spore into those, and you like soak that log, and then you tuck it into a shaded location. You can't do it if your yard's all sunny, but if you have a nice amount of shade in your yard, which helps keep the humidity up and things like that, yeah, you can grow mushrooms.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to like to go and take golf clubs to the mushrooms in the front yard.
Ah, yes.
And one day I didn't know, and I still to this day don't know what this is called, but when I describe it to you, you may know. It looks like a mushroom. It's brown, got a brown top and everything.
That's the puffball.
When you hit it, the brown powder comes out of it.
Yeah, that's the puffball mushroom.
Okay.
But he started out white.
Oh, okay.
But they stay round.
Right, they stay round
They
and
don't
turn brown,
they
right.
turn brown when they're getting ready.
And then when you hit them, they just explode with
to,
dust.
When we were kids, we used to pick them and pull it apart, and unless you're watching on YouTube, and poof, 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 poof.
And you'd create smoke, basically.
Yeah,
It looked like
right,
smoke.
you were making smoke rings, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So those see, I was thinking you were talking about the white ones that didn't open up.
Flat, yeah.
Okay.
No, but that one, yeah, I wouldn't eat that one.
Yeah, the puffball, but yeah, I would hit those with golf clubs just so the smoke would.
Yeah, to see
the powder or what, and it's the spores from the mushroom.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So
and we kept them in the yard, them, and it's probably because I was hitting them with a golf club.
Yep. And we did too. Yeah, sit there, poof, poof, poof. There you go through the neighborhood.
622-9622 is the number to call if you want to talk to Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin about anything in your garden, your flower beds, your flower pots, your hanging pots, your grass, your trees, your bushes. She's a master gardener. She knows it all.
Whatever you got.
And if she doesn't know it, she'll find the answer out for you.
We'll find out for you. Yep.
Is that a big part of? We got about 2 minutes. Is that a big part of what you do at your job? Is Q&A?
Yeah.
I know you sell plants.
Right,
I know you.
But
a lot of what you do is Q&A.
Yeah, I get the person coming in going, oh, I got the spot in my lawn, or I've got leaf spots on my roses. It is, and I have to go through, and people, I'm sure.
You're just like the mechanic when somebody goes, my car's going. What's
and I go,
happening?
well, wait a minute. At what point does it do that?
Right.
So I have to go through the. It's like 20 questions, and I know sometimes they start to feel a little frustrated because I'm going, it's sometimes the symptoms are the same for just the opposite of what you're doing. Like this time of year, I'd say, if you've got leaves that are yellowing, it's not that you're underwatering. More than likely, it's getting good chance it's overwatered, and then with the moisture. So it's funny because sometimes symptoms can mimic either direction: overwatered, underwatered, overfertilized, underfertilized. Can give a mimicking of the same symptoms. So we go through the questions of when's it happening, how long ago was it happening? Because a lot of times when we find a problem, the problem didn't just start yesterday. You saw it yesterday.
You noticed it yesterday.
You noticed it yesterday. You finally saw symptoms, but it actually began a few weeks ago.
Like Hugh with the tall tree,
with the Hawaiian tie. The neighbor's century plant.
Century plant.
Right.
That had started leaning and was going to fall a few weeks before Hugh noticed it.
Well,
or a few days, maybe.
Right. Because you don't necessarily walk by, or you walk by and you forgot to look at it, kind of thing. That you're watching it, just amazed at how big it is, and then you realizing, wait a minute, that looks like that's a little funny. That's not quite right. But with any of them, a lot of times, especially problems in our lawns, those problems started months ago. And reasoning it out to find out what caused it.
Talking with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin in the garden. Carol Ann Baldwin. We're back up a short time.